These next couple slides are an introduction to Chapter 6, or in the new version of our textbook, it's Chapter 11. And these chapters discuss the ethical concerns in research. So just some introduction about exploring ethics and values. And some of this will be review from other classes. Maybe you talked about ethics in sport in Introduction to Kinesiology class. There is a class in our department. It's called Ethics in Sport. So this is maybe some review, but I'd like you to really think about values and ethics, and then we'll apply it to research. So some definitions, and this is out of the beginning of our chapters. And I guess some things to highlight in here are the differences between right or wrong. And ethical statements are developed to prescribe behaviors as orders for individuals about what they should do in certain situations. And these statements define values of what are acceptable behaviors by telling individuals what to do. So the goals of these videos to have you think about your core values, your ethics, your behaviors, and then to apply those or to be aware of ethical issues in research. So some key terms, and ethics refers to principles that define behavior as right or good or proper. A very simple definition. I copied this next definition online from Wikipedia. And again, it's concerned with what is right or wrong, what is good or bad, fair, unfair, responsible, irresponsible, what is obligatory, permissible, praiseworthy, blameworthy. And all of us have an idea of what is considered ethical, and even as young children, we're sort of familiar with this. So defining ethics. And values are the inner judgments or beliefs that determine how a person actually behaves. And ethics and values are not really interchangeable. Ethics are the behavior and values are the beliefs. So one's belief system, one's values will drive their behavior. So ethics are based on values. And you as students have ethical issues, plagiarism, falsifying documentation, cheating on an exam or academic dishonesty, doing something that's dangerous, inappropriate language or comments, unacceptable behavior. So there's some ethical issues that students have. And there's ethical issues in sport and athletics, certainly cycling. There's a lot of examples of unethical behavior in cycling, in track athletes and cross-country skiers. There's cheating in cycling where there's examples of putting small electric motors inside a bicycle to get more power out of that bike. Examples in NFL football. And if we apply this then to research, there's also examples of scientists just trying to get papers published, and they don't really care about the quality of the publication or if the results are correct or not correct. They just want to get something published. So they publish in what's called a predatory journal, where the journal will say that it is peer reviewed, but it's not really peer reviewed. You just have to pay a lot of money to get your paper published, so that's considered unethical in terms of research. Also, there's examples of physicians and scientists, again, to get their research published or to get grant funding. They will make up data or they will change the data just so it looks better and will support their hypothesis and then maybe get better or more grant funding. So other examples of ethical issues. So this was just a brief introduction, and this is in chapter 6 and chapter 11. And just think about these ethical issues in your where you are right now, also in sport and athletics, and also in research methods.